Okay, so completing Doom and Doom Eternal on Ultra Nightmare by the time Doom the Dark Ages releases is completely off the table. But I'm actually really enjoying playing the game and making these videos, so I'm going to keep at it until I beat all 3 of these games on Ultra Nightmare. In the last episode of this Doom Ultra Nightmare series, I got to this point. That was the farthest I had gotten in my first 50 runs. Now let's see how far I've gotten in the next 60, because that's honestly all I have recorded right now. In runs 51 and 52, I did some really stupid moves and got myself killed rather quickly. But for 53, I made a slight improvement. I got all the way back to the first gore nest, and instead of getting 3 kills in that section, I got 9. So technically, I did better. Not by much, but baby steps sometimes, right? Then in run 54, I killed myself again. I really need to stop doing that. And run 55 was just a comedy of errors on my part, so let's watch. Runs 56, 57, 58, 59, and 60 were all major failures. Didn't even make it out of the first level for 4 of those runs. And the 2 that did died in the first and second arenas on the second level. But 62 was the run. I made it all the way back to where I died in level 2 at the Gore Nest. There were moments of temporary panic in that fight when I got caught between the railing and the wall. But I got through the fight with, kinda relative ease. Then I hopped in the elevator, grabbed the charged burst upgrade for the shotgun, and grabbed the yellow key. I then cleared the next hallway of health packs and an imp, and dropped back into the second arena. Instead of advancing into the next area, I did a bit of backtracking to open up the locked doors in the area with the yellow key. This gives me access to 2 different areas where I can get Praetor suits, the plasma rifle, and ammo, even though I kind of forget about one. The one that I remembered to go to in this run is the vent area next to the security office. There are a couple of imps and health packs in the area that I quickly dispatched. Then I picked up the Praetor suit point and headed up the other hatch I hadn't come in. In there is a second secret which unlocks a new gun, the plasma rifle. After going through this area, I completely forgot about the security door at the top of the elevator this run. So I took a few minutes trying to figure out dumb ways to get into the other locked area, but then just gave up and continued on with the level. I entered the next room, grabbed the heavy assault rifle, and fill up my health and armor. Then I cycle the airlock and head into the next big arena. Once they were all dead, I climbed the side of the building onto the vents and to the roof. I ran to the far side to grab the toy, and then headed to the hatch on the roof and jumped in. Then I had my first conversation with Hayden and hopped in the elevator and headed down. Once out of the elevator, I ran into a few more imps, which I quickly dispatched with the shotgun, and jumped onto the extended satellite dish arms and headed for the next area. I ran into a group of 3 possessed soldiers at the next door, but I was able to quickly dispatch them with grenades and explosive shot, and then I headed back inside the facility. I cleared out the health packs and 3 imps in the first room, and then quickly dispatched the soldier that ran through the door when it opened. The next room had a couple of health packs and 3 soldiers that I easily dispatched and headed to the secret area on the left side of this room. In there was an imp, an ammo cache, and another Praetor suit. From there, I headed down the correct path and into a hallway with 4 health packs, a possessed soldier with a shield, and an imp. I quickly got through it with a grenade and an explosive shot, plus a few shotgun shells, and headed into the next area. There, I climbed some boxes to grab another secret toy, and then jumped down and went into the next Hayden conversation. I grabbed the Argent Energy and put it into my health, and then, just waited for them to finally stop talking and unlock the door so I could head to level 3, the Foundry. I sat through more of Vega and Hayden not shutting the hell up and letting me kill shit, and then entered the level proper. Right away, I went to the left and headed into this small room to grab a weapon upgrade. I grabbed the micro missiles for the heavy assault rifle that I picked up earlier, and then headed through the door at the back of the room. I cleared a few health packs out in the next hallway, grabbed some armor, and then headed for the next room. In that next room, I quickly dispatched a soldier and a few health packs, then checked the recording to see where the Hell Knight took the guy I needed. Following that, I tried to jump the gap, failed like you're supposed to, and landed on the lower area. There, I found a Praetor suit, secret area, and I decided to spend a point on hazard protection. So I maybe don't kill myself as easily with stuff around the level. Then I started to climb my way back up in the little parkour area there. I quickly got up, saw a vent, jumped in there to grab the secret armor, and then jumped to where the guy I needed was, and ripped off his arm. Because that's just what you do. You just rip off the arm. You rip off the piece that you need. Then I landed a perfect explosive shot on a spawning imp and jumped across. I promise, I swear that's what happened. Okay, fine, I might have missed and then just started spamming pistol shots at it. Not using any of the other actual big guns that I have. And then I finally charged the pistol up and just popped the imp, and jumped across. So the guy's hand that I ripped off, I used that to turn off the gas for heading into the first Gore Nest fight of this level. I cleared this area with a little bit of difficulty from not knowing the spawns and because of the introduction of the laser beam boys. But I did clear it. Then I went back to the main area, killed the guy at the exit, and did a bit of dumb exploring that almost resulted in me killing myself again with my own stupidity. Then I headed along the side of the blue room and engaged in a fight with some imps and soldiers, where I'm pretty sure I got shot in the back with a charge shot and died. But the thing is, this is the farthest point I've made it so far, which, kind of happy about that right now. At the time I was kind of happy about that, but I'm sure you'd sense that coming. but this is the farthest that I make it for a while. It honestly took me 30 runs to even get back to this point. So, you know what time it is. It's time for a death montage. Okay, now I do need to bring something up fairly quickly because you may have noticed a change. We're changing from 16 by 9 to 21 by 9 for the recordings and for how I play because I play on widescreen, and right now this is where I bought my new graphics card that can handle widescreen better. But yeah, let's get back into the game. So, on run 92, I made it back to the Foundry and through the first gore nest fight and back to the main hub area. Instead of going straight back to where I died, I headed to the right across this bridge to check out the area. I cleared out 2 soldiers, 3 imps, 3 health packs here. Then I grabbed the Argent Energy in the corner and increased my max health a second time. From there, I headed over to the fight that I died on before. I was able to clear the soldiers and imps from that area, and then I grabbed the yellow key card. Trying to leave this area starts the second fight here, with a couple of soldiers and imps, along with the first fight against a Hell Knight. This actually wasn't that bad of a fight. I quickly killed the imps, and then focused most of my attention on the Hell Knight, hitting him with a couple of explosive shots and a full set of micro missiles, knocked him down for me to be able to glory kill him. After that, I killed one of the soldiers, and then I fucked up. The second soldier had a shield. I used the plasma rifle to break the shield, and then I decided to punch him. And for some reason I thought that was enough for the kill. It wasn't. And he shot me and killed me. So yeah, I kinda screwed the pooch on that one. Then it took me 7 more tries to reach level 3 again. On run 99, I made it back to the fight before the Hell Knight appears, and I died there of my own stupidity again. But hey, the good news about that is that it only took me 4 more deaths to reach the same spot again. On run 104, I made a little bit of progress. I made it all the way back to where I was, and this time, I made sure to kill the shield guy. I made sure to kill him from range, so I didn't get my ass kicked again. I still lost too much health to him, but he died. After I killed that guy, I headed down the stairs and into some ventilation shafts to see where they would lead me. I killed a few health packs in there and just kind of ran around a bit to explore. After clearing out those shafts, it led me into the next gore nest area down near the lava. Before starting it, I cleared out the imps and soldiers that were around that area, and then I started it up. I made my way back to the wider area so I could fight the soldiers, laser beam boys, and imps in that area where I can move around instead of jumping around platforms. Then I jumped to the lower area near the lava and just did kind of a quick run through there to see what was around there, and decided to head back to the upper area. At this point, I wasn't 100% sure where to go. I was kind of like just exploring the level. So I headed back across the bridge from before to check out a stairway that I had noticed. Then all of a sudden, a Hell Knight's in my face, and it kind of scared the shit out of me. And then this happened. What I can surmise is that he did his fist slam and it hit the barrel behind him and the one in the corner of the platform to my right, and that just blew me up. Which sucks, but hey, it happens. After this, nothing really went right for the last 5 runs. A couple of times I died in the first arena. Once I made it to level 3, but I got slapped by the shield guy again because I'm an idiot. And 3 times I made it to level 2, but died in dumb ways again. And that's where I'm going to kind of end the video. At run 110, where I just got slapped the fuck down in the first arena. But so far, I think I've gotten down level 1 and 2. It's just I'm making dumb mistakes that are getting me killed in those levels. So if I can improve on not making those dumb mistakes, I think I can start making larger steps in improvements to how much I'm getting through the game. But like I said, that is going to be it for this episode of my Doom Ultra Nightmare playthrough. If you're enjoying this series, then please do all the algorithm stuff. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that stuff. If you feel like, additionally supporting the channel, I do have a Patreon link down below. But most importantly, I hope you have a royal day or night, and I will talk to you later. Next video, I'm gonna let you guys know a little bit ahead of time. Next video, if you can't guess, it's gonna be Doom Dark Ages. Not Ultra Nightmare, just like normal difficulty. It'll be a 10-hour impression, thoughts and stuff.